I'll give you such a smack in the mouth. So my mate Mickey Amwell started following me on YouTube, finally. He says to me, I see you putting all these videos up on the YouTube. He's a man of a certain age, so he says, the YouTube. So he says, you're putting all these videos on the YouTube. What's it all about? What's the game plan for it? And I say, don't know. So me and Mick gets to talking about the possibilities of YouTube. And he says, here, you done a couple of cooking videos, you do a lot of cooking. He said, how would you fancy having your own cooking show? And I said, Well, Mick says, what would you call your TV series if you had one? So me and Mickey go back and forth on a few ideas. Low-end dining. White trash cooking. Cooking with fatty. Bit offensive. Bognor Hillbilly Chowdown. Mick says, how about cooking on a budget if you can't stand Jack Monroe? And I say, oi, leave Jack Monroe out of this. Mick, I says, I've got it. Big Sam the Scrap Man, tagline, and you thought Jamie Oliver was common. I don't know if you thought this through, mate, Mickey says. You want to have a look at the facts. You're always hanging around people who've been to prison. You've got this funny, fat face. You often look like you could do with a good wash. And quite frankly, some of your food looks fucking shocking. Rude. Problem is, mate, you're too much like Jamie Oliver. People are going to tune in and think, fuck me, Jamie's let himself go. Anyway, Mick asks, would you really want to be Jamie Oliver? And I say, hold up, which Jamie Oliver are we talking about? Because Jamie Oliver at the BBC was a very different geezer from Jamie Oliver at the Channel 4. BBC Jamie Oliver was young, he was vibrant. He rode a scooter. He'd have these nice dinner parties, have all his mates, and a fair play, most of them were actors, but it looked cool, and that was the important thing. Jamie Oliver at the BBC had quite a simple premise. He cooked dishes like he did at work at the River Cafe, but stripped down to cook at home. Channel 4 Jamie Oliver, he's making out as he goes along. He's out in the garden. He's cooking in an old dustbin lid in the shed. Like his missus has said, go on, fuck off outside, you do your hobby out in the garden. The sad truth is, Channel 4 Jamie Oliver, he didn't know when to stop. He'd cook something lovely, and then he'd go one step too far. Cooks a lovely steak, spot on, seasoned to perfection. Then he turns around, he's making a sauce out of crushed Weetabix and Vimto. Nah, geez. We're not having it. Pomegranates, Mick says. Don't forget about the pomegranates. Of course, who can forget the great pomegranate genocide of 2015? Awful. At some point in 2015, Jamie Oliver just started smashing the granny out of pomegranates. Every episode. No matter what he cooked, it had to have pomegranates on it. Hey, what you got there? Me? Yeah, you. What you gonna eat? It's a cheese sandwich. Here. No, thank you. Come here. I don't want any pomegranate. Come on. I don't want a sandwich. You're gonna have it. No, Jamie. No, Jamie. Open it up. No, Jamie, no. One sandwich. The level of violence was unbelievable. It's horrible. Jamie Oliver bashed so many pomegranates, it seemed like maybe a pomegranate said something about his mum, and he remained determined to take it out on all pomegranate kind forever. Stop talking about my mum! Students over in Chichester had a Jamie Oliver drinking game. Came in 2 stages. Stage 1, you do a shot every time Jamie Oliver hits a pomegranate. Stage 2, you try not to black the fuck out. We laugh about it now, but 6 people died. What really breaks my heart is when I see poor old Jamie trying to cook and he's got his 47 kids running all over the shop, driving him berserk. No, mate. Come on, stop it. Don't do that. Your mum's going to go mental. Stop. That's not how you're supposed to... Fuck, I'll do myself in a minute. Maybe Jamie Oliver on Channel 4 is hard to take because he reminds us of getting old. We all want to be the young geezer on the scooter, sliding down a staircase, and none of us want to be older and a bit fatter and have kids all over the shop. Still, if I want to have my own cooking thing, I've got to stay gimmick-free and keep a level head. Do you want some too, you peppery mug?